Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether y'all are watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for anybody who's taken time out of their day or their night to come in and watch my knife and EDC content. I appreciate you. If you like it and you're so inclined, you can really help me out by hitting that subscribe button and that bell notification icon. It'll also notify you when I release updated content. And I want to say a huge thank you to all the channel members. Thank all you guys and gals. So today I am going to talk about 5 EDC fixed blades in my knife, in my collection, in my knife, that are a little fancier, right? So when I say fancy, it may be the blade steel. It probably in this video is going to be the handle materials. I'm just looking for different ways to bring you guys knives from the collection so you can look at them kind of through different lenses like I've been doing. So this is the little Griffin Co. Scout Medic, a really small little 4-finger knife, S35VN, great little Kydex sheath. I've got a deep concealment carry clip on it. And the reason I would have picked a knife like this is because it does have a more high-end, upscale, kind of unique handle. But for this top 5, that would be an honorable mention. We are going to start with this little guy here. This little knife is a fantastic fixed blade, minimalistic knife that rides in my back pocket, my front pocket, my left pocket, my coin pocket, whatever pocket I want it in. Comes with this sheath, really nice leather sheath. This is the Suprlative Hella. So the Suprlative Hella is a little dirty, which is okay. This means it's been cut and shit. But the Suprlative Hella is a little solid piece of M390 that is very well ground. You've got this tall, flat ground blade. You've got these lava flow carbon fiber inserts that make the knife, to me, really kind of pop. They make this knife with also black micarta insets or inserts or no inserts at all. I really like the red carbon fiber because, again, it kind of makes it pop. But this guy, for a small knife, it's a 3-finger knife for me. I could put a small lanyard on it, like on the Aries EDC we're going to look at here in a second, and it would give you a full 4-finger grip with a short lanyard. I just don't have any short lanyards made up. I need to probably do that. I just haven't done it in a while, so I need to do it. I will do it, but it'll take time, you know. I'll have to get some lanyard cord. I have to figure out what kind of bead to get, but for me, it works fine without a lanyard. I just really came to appreciate lanyards after trying out the Aries EDC Bloom. But this little knife, the Suprlative Hella, is a minimalistic knife. It is, again, a single piece of M390. You've got some light branding with Suprlative there, their logo, and then M390. These beautiful fat carbon fiber scales, really nice belt satin grind. And then again, a very usable, minimalistic sheath, right? So this is the Suprlative Hella. It is my number 5, a little bit more fancy EDC fixed blade. Which brings us to number 4. Now this knife gets its little fanciness in a couple of different places. I've actually got this knife in the drop point, which we're looking at today because it's probably my favorite of the two. And I also have it in a sheep's foot. This is the Vox knives, which is the Viper knives, Vox design, Lille, L-I-L-L-E, Lille 1. So there's a Lille 1 and there's a Lille 2. And this knife comes in a lot of different handle materials. You can get it in G10. I chose the Arctic fat carbon fiber, but the ergonomics on this knife are absolutely fantastic. You've got this dedicated choil area up front here, and you've got 2 areas of jimping depending on where you want to put the power of your cut or how you're using the cut. It's got a lot of belly. It is an LMAX blade and fat carbon handles. So It carries like a dream. I could carry it with a horizontal belt loop. I carry it in my back pocket with a small ulti-clip. Again, the LMAX blade is satin, belt satin. It's got some dirt on it. Those aren't scratches. But it is a deep-bellied, super slicey, great skinner, great EDC blade. Works really for anything that I put it through. Again, I'm more of an urban EDC guy, but this kind of fills that area of it could be enhancement to my EDC, or if I didn't want to carry a folder, this is a small EDC blade. Smaller blade, probably going to be about 2.5 inches. Yeah, 2.5 inches with a deep 2.5 inches cutting area. But guys, the jimping and the ergonomics on this Vox design knife is spectacular. So you can get it for more of a value in G10 handles, or you can get it in the fat carbon. They're all going to be LMAX, and they make the Lille 1, which this one is, and the Lille 2, which is the sheep's foot, which is also awesome, just depending on what your jam is. And that comes with a Kydex sheath. The ulti-clip comes with it. It ships with a branded ulti-clip. And this is going to come in at number 4. Which brings us to number 3. And number 3, guys, again, is an awesome pocket dropper EDC fixed blade, which is what I kind of into. This has got the original OG ulti-clip. It'll go in your right front pocket. It'll go in my back right pocket. Once I put it over the hem of my pants and snap that down, it fully retains the sheath, and then you just pull the knife. And this is the Boker Solid in Germany and daily carry AK1. This knife is a fantastic EDC knife. I can get a full 4 on it. It does have a place to tie a lanyard. So this particular knife is RWL 34. But if you see right here, I've got the lanyard tube flipped on the inside of the scale. If I take the scale off, which I guess I could do to show you guys real quick. Let's see if this is a T10. Yeah, so if I take the scale off, it's got a hidden lanyard connector thing that I simply, whoops, take that scale off, and then you've got this little puzzle piece in here, which I think is just really cool engineering. Let's get it to pop out. Pop that bad boy out. Spin it around. And then you put your scale back on. And boom, you've got a fully integrated, absolutely locked in lanyard tube. I think that is a very, very cool feature. Again, I don't use a lanyard on this particular knife, so if I don't want that sticking out, I just flip it around like so. Put my scales back on. Really deep T10 hardware. Using my Get Good screwdriver. But what you guys want to see is how this knife performs. It is a Solid in Germany knife. I also have an American Tanto that I picked up. It's a much more budgety AK1. Has the same blade geometry. It is in, if I'm not mistaken, VG10, and it doesn't have that removable lanyard hole. It's just got a straight lanyard, and it's got G10 handles. And it was a lot less expensive than this little reverse Tanto in RWL. But it is an absolutely fantastic little knife. Great, great sheath. Very easily retained. Love having it as an EDC knife. Another knife that could be a primary carry or a great enhancement. So that was number 3, which brings us to number 2. Number 2 is a knife I just reviewed and was actually part of the thought process behind this video, because this is such a beautiful knife. When I look at a knife like this is a little handmade knife from our buddies at Aries EDC, Scott over there. This is I'm blanking the blade steel. EWB, I always forget. It is, I'll tell you exactly what it is. It is AEB-L. AEB-L is the blade steel. It is acid etched. You've got Aries logo stamped on the blade, and then you've got these beautiful smoky black and red kyanite handles with a handmade kyanite bead out of the same material. This is the little lanyard I was telling you guys about that made me understand why all my small EDC knives have lanyards, because this is a 3-finger knife for me, but my 4th finger feels like it's got a place to grip on that little lanyard tail. But you've got G10 hardware from your lanyard tube to your 2 pins, a G10 liner, and just an absolutely stunning little knife. Simply gorgeous. I don't know if you guys follow Aries EDC's Instagram or his YouTube page. I'll try to remember to put it in the description. It's definitely in the description of the review that I did on this little knife overview. But he works with some amazing materials and builds some stunning EDC fixies. All of his handles are works of art. The knives are extremely functional. They're my jam. They're my size knife, and I'm just a huge fan. Came with this red Kydex sheath that locks in perfectly. Has a horizontal strap, a Kydex strap. I put the Ulti-Clip on it when I was trying it because that's typically how I carry EDC fixies, unless they're real small, like knives like my Chickadee. I'll carry more horizontally sometimes by my appendix. But this is the Aries EDC Bloom, only one of many different designs that he does with beautiful, intricate handles that to me are just works of art. So coming in at number 2 on my more fancy fixed blade EDCs, this isn't actually mine. It's getting sent out to another guy tomorrow, and I just wanted to put some more time on it because it is such a stunner. It's the Bloom. It's not the only size knife Aries EDC makes. I urge you guys to take a look at what he is doing. Does live streams every Friday morning from his workshop, showing some of the processes. Uses basic hand tools like a lot of the great makers out there, and just makes it happen, right? So this is the Aries EDC Bloom coming in at number 2, which brings me to my number 1 fanciest fixed blade EDC. And I basically give this the designation because A, it's wicked beautiful from a blade standpoint, but then these fat carbon fiber handles, you can't really see it because I've got it under other artificial light. They just glow under UV lighting. They're fat carbon and they have all the 80s colors, just really, really vivid. And then the knife itself is a stunner. This is the Mag 10 USA, or Mag 10 Knife Works EDW. It's a knife made by Colin McGuire. It is also, if I'm not mistaken, AEB-L with a satin finish. He does a lot of his own handcrafted Damascus too. But if you look at this knife, it is an absolute slicer. It is a wicked Wharncliffe with a splinter digging tip. It has this nice jimping, 4 ridges, 6 little jimps, and this wonderful poon. You've got this swedge on the top, nice hollow ground, super thin blade with a perfect sharpening choil, great grip, and I mean, this is a slicer. It is a Slurpee saver, should you need it to be. It is a box opener, what I use it for, a letter opener, and just a therapeutic cutter. So if I'm sitting there cutting Amazon or cutting coupons over an Amazon box while I'm watching a live stream, this is one of the sliciest in my collection. And I love it. I love Colin's work. I think, if I'm not mistaken, these are made in Maine. He does a lot of different exotic handle materials that are really nice. And again, this would be considered one of his plain blades. I picked this up at the Nashville Custom Knife Show after I was with Doom in Atlanta when he picked up one of his knives. I think Doom's was an Arctic carbon fiber, but I could be wrong. But just a beautifully made blade, very, very functional. Very sharp, very much in the vein of what I love. I wouldn't mind it being a little smaller. It would not hurt my feelings. You know, if you had a knife that was built like this, thin like this, maybe a little bit longer, but still a shorter knife. And I know I'm in the minority there because I'm a littler guy. But I just absolutely love the Mag 10 USA, Mag 10 Knife Works, the Aries EDC Bloom, our Boker Daily Carry AK1. We have our Viper Knives, Lille one, and we have our Suprlative Hella. So guys, oh, and then we had an honorable mention. Where'd he go? Whoops. Our honorable mention is the Griffin Company Scout Medic. And again, the reason I kind of classified these as fancier is mainly the handle material. They're all great knives. They all cut real well. The fanciness is just a little extra, right? So anyway, guys, I appreciate you all taking the time to watch the content. I appreciate Joe Isabella with sharing some Be-Up love with me. And I appreciate if you would all take a look out for the guy or gal to your left. Take a look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Be up and choose to bait, not hate. I love you all. Peace.